A year ago, my family and I went to Target. Where's the story, you're thinking? Well, at the time, my husband and I just started marriage counseling. It wasn't so much that we were fighting, we just weren't really talking at all during this time. And our counselor suggested that we really start to utilize our time that we did have to spend as a family. We worked opposite schedules, so we weren't spending enough time as it was. So that particular Saturday, they had a birthday party to go to, and I typically buy the birthday gifts. So I invite them to come with me to Target that morning because I had to work later, and thought it would be nice to spend time as a family. A lot of families go to Target, it's really normal. So they come, we hop in a car that was rented. At the time, we had a house flood, probably like 2 weeks before that, where we lost both of our cars. So there was already like a little bit of tension on top of the awkwardness that was already happening between us. And so we hop in this little car and we head to Target. Pretty normal. About 2 or 3 minutes in the shopping, our 3-year-old sees a toy he wants. Yeah, I don't know if you know anything about 3-year-olds, but if you tell them that they can't have something, they do not like that. Our son is certainly not the exception. So he starts freaking out, losing his mind. Okay, he's like kicking, he's screaming, he's making noises I've never heard before. And I kind of look at my husband, I'm like, yikes, what are you gonna do? It's like, I don't know. So it's people are looking, it's becoming a spectacle. I thought, should we give him the toy? And I'm like, no, 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 because that's gonna start something else, maybe, I don't know. I've I've been a parent for 4 years. I know nothing, but he was freaking out. So I said, okay, why don't you take him to the parking lot and then I'll get the gift. I'll be really quick. I pretty much know what I want to get. Pay for it and we'll get the hell out of here. So cool. He was fine with that. I'm shopping and I keep hearing my kid and he's screaming and he's not getting any lower, which means he's still in the building. I grab whatever I can find. I don't even think I got the gift I wanted. Hop in line. I still hear him screaming. I get to the cashier. He's still screaming. I'm like, why is he still here? So now I'm heating up. I'm heating up because I'm like, what? Like he's 30 pounds. Scoop him up. Get him out of here, right? So the cashier is like kind of like turning around looking. I'm like, oh, and the lady behind me goes, oh my God. I'm like, I know, right? Like, did not, I was not saying that I was this child's mother at this point. So I finally see my husband and my child walk by, and I'm like looking at him like, get the hell out of here. Pay for the stuff, go out to the parking lot. Hank, my son, is still screaming. I see that Andrew, my husband, is trying to strap him into this car seat, and I'm like, no, 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 no. Like let's get him out and like let's let him go crazy in the open air, because he's clearly possessed. He doesn't want to be strapped down. So he gets out and while my husband's taking him out, he's flailing his arms and he knocks my husband's glasses right off his face. And like everyone gets quiet because he like knew he like this like sensing our like energy heating up. So he allowed us to strap him in the car seat, get back on the road. I'm driving. We're a few minutes into this drive down the road, and my husband's like, I don't have my glasses. I'm like, where are your glasses? And he's like, I think they're back at the parking lot. And I'm like, they were back at the parking lot. They're probably in a million pieces. And it's like heating up. It's like heating up. It's getting hotter in the car. So I turn around, go back to the Target parking lot, and we see his glasses on the ground. And we're like, oh, cool, score. So I stop the car. Andrew jumps out the car. And a car did one of those like numbers where you pull into two spots and like kind of so that you're able to pull out. I don't know if I'm explaining that right. Whatever. The bottom line is my man ran right over these glasses. Crunch. Now he doesn't have glasses. Now I'm mad because he doesn't have glasses. I'm mad for him and I'm mad at him that he didn't realize he didn't have his glasses. He's mad because he didn't have glasses. So it's heating up. It's heating up. By the way, Hank started screaming again. This actually never stopped. Like once we got on the road, he went back to screaming. So that never quieted down. So we're all hot right now. And I'm driving, I'm like 10 and 2 driving down the road, and I'm like, you know what? I don't need this shit. I'm leaving my family. I pull into a lot and I get out of the car. And Andrew's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm done. I'm done. I'm leaving. I don't know where I'm going." I was doing work at work for like an hour, so I was trying to go to work, but I couldn't walk there. It was way too far. So he's like, "What are you doing? Get back in the car." He hops in the driver's seat. He's like following me down the road. He's like, "Come on, get back in the car. Kid's having a temper tantrum. This is not a big deal." And he just like he's like, "Come on, let's talk about it." I'm like, "I don't want to talk about it. I want to drag it out. I want to drag it out in a dramatic fashion." Now, Hank is watching the show. He's completely quiet at this point. He's like, all right, what are they doing? Total scene. Andrew's like, fine, walk. He drives off, and I'm like, damn, he left me. So I'm walking and like I'm heating up, and literally it's like 95 degrees outside. I'm dressed in all black because I'm a massage therapist and I have to be at work, sweating. Cars are driving by. I keep looking to see if it's going to be Andrew. No, he didn't come back, and I wouldn't have either. I told him to go. Um, so I finally get to the house, hop in the car, go to work, give 5 clients deep tissue massages, even if they didn't request it. That's exactly what they got. Got done work, got myself a 6 pack, drove home. At this point, I'm definitely calmer. Get into the house, the kid is sleeping, my husband's on the couch, and he goes, "Are you cool now?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And we never talked about it again. Thank you.